Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Sooners will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So South Carolina's offense will take the first swing of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the... like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And first play under the lights, you had all day to think about how you wanted to start the game, and this defense, exactly how they wanted to do it. Get to the quarterback and get him on the ground.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to throw, it's Rasmussen. Steps away to find some room. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Coverage that time didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him. Down. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Easy. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Chambers. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down. The Sooners are marching down the field. They'll try the run. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sooners back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get him in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Hand off from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Finds his back in the middle. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Sooners looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets it out fast. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. From the 1, it's 1st and goal as they try to open the scoring here. They'll try to pass their way in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Wants to throw, it's Rasmussen. Complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Yeah, and you've seen these Cole routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. Oh, it's a fumble. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the run, it's Parks. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Got the quick pass. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. On target to the left. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll move the tight end. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he added the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Georgia is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett among the greats to play in Athens. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kentucky. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the left side. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 20.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, that's why this guy's one of the best receivers in the country. Even when he's double covered, he's open. He's able to make the catch and get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, running back gets to give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Nice job. They pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense has it. They're on the move. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
He's got it on the right. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. On the move, it's Woods. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great. So, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this drive.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Lofts one high and deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, on defense, they know that this going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off play action. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Sooners will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Dropping back, it's Rasmussen. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Sooners. What momentum you get when the... Comes up with a play like that.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed in the middle. It's Vick.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Quarterback will keep it. Oh, he's got some space. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Great job by the running back there with the vision and patience. He sees the hole, puts his foot in the ground. He's able to get north up the field with a great burst and get the first down.
Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Give to the running back. Fighting off the defender. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Gamecocks have taken it inside the 20. Back to pass, it's Rasmussen. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. The snap sets up the throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Parks. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more?
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Trying play action. Under fire. Here he goes, breaking the pocket.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. Third down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick six.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of point.
There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the ground, it's Hooks. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you can do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked. Throwing right. Got his man.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks are on the move. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Rasmussen. Unleashes one deep. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And on that play, great job by the receiver working his way through the traffic in the middle of the field. That's a crossing route. It's going to take him a couple seconds to get all the way to the other side of the field, but really nice awareness by him, making the catch.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air on second down. Bringing the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this
touchdown Gamecocks. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. On the move, he fires. Complete to the left. Turning it on. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Chester. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Rasmussen. Here's the pressure. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin. To start the second half here. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Oklahoma. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The play-action fake. Rushes on him. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
in the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. On the run, it's Wood. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Leaves it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got the backfield, got the big play.
Maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And just a spectacular punt. It'll go out of bounds inside the 5-yard line and really put this offense in a hole. The Sooners backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. The give to the back. Tried to get them a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go right back to him. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. To the ground with the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Sooners decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. South Carolina attacking another offensive odyssey. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
And the Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback making checks. On the move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. He's going to take off. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And, man, that's impressive because I feel like this QB, he knew it, Reese. Like, he knew exactly where he needed to get to. He drops back. He wants to pass the football, but he's like,
touchdown, Gamecocks! Fitted in the window for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
and it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Weeks. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Oh, man, they've already lost one. Today, now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. At the 20, he's got space. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Vick. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So we open the final period with a third down play. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle, it's Parks. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Looking to throw on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He has the first and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Trying to escape and get it himself. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket after that. Excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. This is a designed run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Just drives it between the uprights. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. The offense has already made the long field goal. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a first down. To the air on first down. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Complete on the comeback. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game.
Breaks into the open. And the defense drags him down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Pressure coming. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
To the air, it's Weeks. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense.
The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and 1st down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on 2nd down from the 5. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Ball is at the 41 as this... tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. It'll be a draw. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Looking downfield, it's Weeks. He's taking a deep shot. Soft spot in the middle. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Looking to throw again. Oh, they're after him. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Looking to throw. Here comes the heat. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.